Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Miracola, fantasy artist and illustrator, and welcome to my Muddy Colors art tip of the month. For the art tip this month, you're going to gather up those tubes of beautifully colored paint that you own, like cadmium red or phthalo turquoise, and my favorite, yellow ochre. Toss them aside because you're only going to be using black and white. When you're creating a painting in black and white, try to move past any of the distracting color information you might be seeing and focus only on the values. Identify the darkest and lightest parts of your painting first and establish those areas early on so you then know all the other values fall in between those. Now, painting like this gets you to really focus on what you're seeing. What you'll start to discover is that a black and white cloth isn't all black. There are many shades of dark gray on that cloth. Also, try to make this a fast exercise. Don't dwell on the painting for too long. I spent about an hour on this painting, and that's a good amount of time for a study like this. You want to train yourself to identify value information quickly. It keeps your senses really sharp. So why work on black and white paintings? Well, whenever you work with a limited palette, it gets you to focus on the essential values and shapes that you're seeing. Oftentimes, when we make our color paintings, we can ignore all the wonderful values that play a key role in the composition of our paintings. In other words, we may have a tendency to try and fix value information by throwing color at the problem. In fact, a lot of old masters began their paintings in black and white, working out values and contrast, and then eventually glazing over the painting with colors. Now, if you've never done a grayscale painting before, then I suggest you start simply. You can see here I've got my helper, Skinny, which is just a plaster mold of a human skull against a black backdrop. Now with a setup like this, you can just focus on what you see, the blacks, the whites, and all the different grays in between, without the distraction of any color. And once you get more advanced, then you can actually have colored objects in your setup, and you'll have to translate those colors into grayscale as you create your grayscale paintings. But for now, keep it very simple. All right, so I want to tell you about an exciting opportunity I think you might be interested in. So next year, June 18th through the 22nd of 2018, Fantasy Art Workshop, which is the company that my wife and I created for my art instruction videos, is going to be running the Illustration Intensive. The Illustration Intensive is a 5-day workshop where you will get in-person instruction from me as well as 2 other professional fantasy artists, and that would be Aaron Miller, who's done work for World of Warcraft, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and more, as well as Steve Prescott, who's done work for Valve and also Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. And now we're also going to have special guests at this workshop. Our first announced guest of honor is John Shindetti, who is the Director of Product Design at ThinkGeek and also the founder of the publishing company Art Order. So if you are thinking about being an illustrator in the fantasy gaming industry, or doing concept design for video games, or working in book publishing, doing editorial design or advertising illustration, you name it, this workshop is going to be for you. I guarantee it, you won't want to miss this. I know I'm biased because I'm creating this workshop, but I guarantee it is going to be a lot of fun. But it's also going to be really, really intense. You're going to learn so much over those 5 days in that workshop. And just to be clear here, this workshop, the registration fee includes the workshop fee, it includes housing, and it also includes food. So basically, all you got to do is get yourself to the workshop. So the registration fee covers everything else. It's pretty cool. Again, it happens June 18th through the 22nd of 2018. If you want to learn more about it, go to fantasyartworkshop.com and you can see all the information there. As we're also going to have more guests that are going to be announced over the next couple of months. So I'm pretty excited about this workshop. It's going to be pretty huge. We already have a good number of people signing up, so it only takes 50% down for you to hold your spot in the workshop. So visit that website and consider joining the workshop. I hope I can see you there. All right, bye.